And I'm also grateful for the opportunity that is given to speak something about Krishna. And we can start with the Mangala Charana prayers first. And I also seek blessings from all of you that I can say something. Hare Krishna. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Ajanulambita bhujau kanakavadatou sankirtanaikapitaro kamalayatakshaw vishwambarau dvijabarau yugadharmapalo vande jagatpriyakarau karunavataro. Okay. Today we will speak about Saci Mata's affection for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But before we start, I wanted to give some context. If you're here for the first time or if you're listening for the first time online, we are all preparing for Gaur Purnima that is going to be happening on March 24th. That is exactly 2 Sundays from now, right? It's not next Sunday, but the following Sunday. That's why you see all the speakers on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. They're speaking about either Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or pastimes from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita or anything related to the holy names of Krishna. So the reason it is important for us to meditate upon these pastimes is also what we will discuss a little bit before we go to see the affection of Saci Devi towards Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we also will hear in the next few weeks about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. Why are the reasons he came? Their external and internal reasons. And it will be spoken in the next few classes. But I wanted to focus on only one aspect of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is an ocean or a reservoir of all these pastimes. And how much can we speak? First of all, what qualification do we have even to speak about the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and leave alone being so audacious and speaking about it to all of you. But we will take this as an humble attempt for our own purification, so that we purify ourselves, our mind is purified, so we somehow or other develop a slightest affection for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because without affection for Krishna, Krishna Rati Veena Jivantu Miche, there is no, life is useless if you do not have affection for Krishna. So having said that, we will start our presentation. It's working. So first we can discuss a little bit from Bhagavatam on why do we need to hear the pastimes of Krishna or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As we all know, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna himself, who came in the form of a devotee, who has a luster and has a golden complexion of Srimati Radharani and the mood of Srimati Radharani also. So when we refer to Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is one and the same. So in this class, if you hear one of them or the either of them, it's referring to the same original Supreme Personality of Godhead. So first is, why do we have to hear? This is actually drinking the nectar. We can go and project Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 2nd chapter, verse number 37. Prabhu, if you can project that verse. It will. We can read the verse, and maybe I can ask one of you to recite it also. So whoever is willing, we can. So this is the reason we are bringing up this verse is because it describes. Shukadev Goswami describes the pastimes. Why do we have to read the pastimes of Krishna? And there is a commentary by Jiva Goswami also. Okay. Pibanti ye bhagavata atmanasatam. Pibanti ye bhagavata atmanasatam. Kathamritam shravanaputeshu samhritam. Punanti te vishaya vidushitashayam. Vrajanti tacharana sarohu hantikam. Anybody would like to recite? Pibanti ye bhagavata atmana satam.
Kathamritam shravanaputeshu samhritam.
Kathamritam shravanaputeshu samhritam.
Punanti te vishaya vidushitashayam.
Pibanti ye vidushitashayam.
Vrajanti tacharana saroruhantikam.
Vajanti yacharana sarorihantikam. Translation. Okay. Those who drink through oral reception, fully filled with the nectarian message of Lord Krishna, the beloved of the devotees, purify the polluted aim of life known as material enjoyment, and thus go back to Godhead, to the lotus feet of Him, the personality of Godhead. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. The sufferings of human society are due to the polluted aim of life, namely lording it over the material resources. The more human society engages in the exploitation of undeveloped material resources for sense gratification, the more it will be entrapped by the illusory material energy of the Lord, and thus the distress of the world will be intensified instead of diminished. The human necessities of life are fully supplied by the Lord in the shape of food grains, milk, fruit, wood, stone, sugar, silk, jewels, cotton, salt, water, vegetables, etc., in sufficient quantity to to feed and care for the human race of the world, as well as the living beings on each and every planet within the universe. The supply source is complete, and only a little energy by the human being is required to get his necessities into proper channel. There is no need of machines and tools or huge steel plants for artificially creating comforts of life. Life is never made comfortable by artificial needs, but by plain living and high thinking. The highest perfectional thinking for human society is suggested here by Shukadeva Goswami, namely, sufficiently hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. For men in this age of Kali, when they have lost the perfect vision of life, this Srimad Bhagavatam is a torchlight by which to see the real path. Srila Jiva Goswami Prabhupada has commented on the Kathamritam mentioned in this verse and has indicated Srimad Bhagavatam to be the nectarian message of the personality of Godhead. By sufficient hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam, the polluted aim of life, namely lording it over matter, will subside, and the people in general, in all parts of the world, will be able to live a peaceful life of knowledge and bliss. For a pure devotee of the Lord, any topics in relation with his name, fame, quality, entourage, etc. are all pleasing. And because such topics have been approved by great devotees like Narada, Hanuman, Nanda Maharaj, and other inhabitants of Vrindavan, certainly such messages are transcendental and pleasing to the heart and soul. And by constant hearing of the messages of Bhagavad Gita and later of Srimad Bhagavatam, one is assured herein by Srila Shukadeva Goswami that he will reach the personality of Godhead and render him transcendental loving service in the supreme planet of the name Goloka Vrindavan, which resembles a huge lotus flower. Thus, by the process of Bhakti Yoga, directly accepted as suggested in this verse, by sufficient hearing of the transcendental message of the Lord, the material contamination is directly eliminated without once attempting to contemplate the impersonal Virat conception of the Lord. And by practicing Bhakti Yoga, if the performer is not purified from the material contamination, he must be a pseudo-devotee. For such an impostor, there is no remedy for being freed from material entanglement. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the second canto, second chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Lord in the Heart. Such a beautiful purport where Jiva Goswami is emphasizing that if you just simply hear the pastimes of Lord Krishna from Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, and as an extension, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, because Chaitanya Charitamrita is nothing but a garland of verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, then that's all you need. That's all you need to go back to Godhead. So that is the reason why pure devotees are listening to the sections of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita over and over and over again. When Mahaprabhu was present on this here 500 years ago, he was listening to the sections of Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, so many times. Same section many, many times, just because they are drinking the nectar through their ears. If we go to the word-to-word meaning, Prabhu, a little bit for this verse. Here, the word, it says, Shravana Puteshu, which means within the ear holes. Within the ear holes, what do you have to drink? Pour the nectar of the pastimes of Krishna into your Shravana Puteshu. Nice holes, you have two of them. So, having said that context of why we are hearing these pastimes, we can go back to our presentation now again. So, just by hearing, so if you keep hearing, and can you understand Krishna? How can we understand Krishna just by, yes, we can understand. But is it by you're reading voluminous books? Or is it by memorizing many, many shlokas from those books? Can you understand Krishna? No. Because Krishna is understood, or Krishna is revealed to to us by his own free will. Nobody can understand Krishna by all these. And how will Krishna be pleased with us so he would reveal to us? Srila Prabhupada mentioned that in one of his lectures he mentioned that he gave two formulas for us to please Krishna. One is, he said that you remain united in the purpose of spreading the message of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu everywhere. And second thing is, come together. Unite is again the key word. Come together and chant the holy names of Krishna. If you do these two things, and be the servant of the servant, then Krishna will be pleased. And there is also this is also the instructions given by Krishna to the Prachetas. When Krishna said in the Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 30th chapter, verse number 8, he said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna said that, I'm so pleased, he said, my dear sons of king, this is Prachina Barhi is talking about them. I'm very much pleased by the friendly relationships among you. All of you are engaged in one occupation, which is devotional service. I'm so pleased with your mutual friendship that I wish all good fortune. Now you may ask any benediction of me. So being united in service of Srila Prabhupada's mission and spreading the holy names and chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra together, then we can please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then we have some hope that that Krishna will reveal himself to us. Now, Krishna is also revealed not directly by himself, but he always comes through the mercy of the devotees, right? So today, because we are discussing from Chaitanya Charitamrita, let's discuss a little bit about the author, who is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was born in Navadvip, and he remained there in Navadvip for some time, and he was practicing devotional service, and his brother, long story short, his brother offended one of Nityananda Prabhu's associates, Minaketu Ramadas. And when he was offending, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami protested, and he supported Minaketu Ramadas. And then he was feeling so bad that how is that my brother has offended Minaketu Ramadas. And then in a dream, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu came in his dream, and he told him that you go to Vrindavan, don't worry about anything, you just go to Vrindavan. At that time, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami took that as an instruction, and he left to Vrindavan. There in Vrindavan, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was associating with the 6 Goswamis, and they were all his Siksha Gurus. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, but his mood in writing Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is really, really, really admirable. As you may know, that there is another biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu written by Vrindavan Das Thakur, which was called Chaitanya Bhagavat or Chaitanya Mangal, one of these names. And Vrindavan Das Thakur was considered as Vyasadeva of the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like Vyasadeva wrote the pastimes of Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, similarly Vrindavan Das Thakur is a Vyasadeva of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So when already all the pastimes are written, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami was thinking that writing again about the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would be very audacious, because why would you rewrite something when somebody is already written, right? So Vrindavan Das Thakur wrote Chaitanya Bhagavat or Chaitanya Mangal from the diary of Murari Gupta. Early childhood pastimes were recorded by Murari Gupta, and then those were the basis for Vrindavan Das Thakur's Chaitanya Bhagavat. But the devotees in Vrindavan pleaded, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said that there are Antya Leela and other sections of the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were not elaborately described by Vrindavan Das Thakur. So that's why please write the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the other aspects. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita directly describes that, you have to first go to Vrindavan Das Thakur, learn all those pastimes. Whatever remnants that are left chewed by Vrindavan Das Thakur is what I am picking up and I am describing. And he says that I will not repeat the same thing what Vrindavan Das Thakur said, because the book will become voluminous. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is a small book, right? Only 9 volumes. Not and because he left the portions which is already covered, still it was 9 volumes. So you can imagine how big it would have been. So anyway, he took the blessings of Madan Mohan. He went to pray. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami went to pray to Madan Mohan in the temple. And when he went there, the garland from Madan Mohan fell down, giving him the blessings to go ahead and write Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then taking that blessings, and the later pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were described by Swarup Damodar Goswami, and he made notes. But those notes were all oral. It was not written down. And it is mentioned that Raghunath Das Goswami memorized all those notes which are written by Swarup Damodar Goswami. And those notes by Raghunath Das Goswami were the instructions for Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. So he was actually doing it as a service, being in the mood of a servant of the servant of the servant. And this is the place where Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is on the bank of Radhakund. Recently, we were very, very fortunate that because of Rangadevi Mataji's mercy, she took us all to all these pastime places of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and other Goswamis, and we were able to see. And this is a very small place, very small house, where you can barely one small room there. And there is a nice Babaji here. You can see him on the left, little bit on the left here. He is the one who stays there, and this is the room inside Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's kutir, bhajan kutir. There are his beads, the chanting beads that he used to chant on. There's a picture of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writing Chaitanya Charitamrita. So, such an auspicious place, and it is right next to Radhakund, and across this bhajan kutir is also the bhajan kutir of, there is samadhi of Raghunath Das Goswami, and there is samadhi of other Goswamis, and there is bhajan kutir of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also. Such a vibrant and potent place. When you go there, you can actually see the power of that place where Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote this one. And because of his mercy, today we have the entire Chaitanya Charitamrita available. And though it was available, it was lost for some time. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur again found the manuscript. And by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, now we have thousands and thousands of copies, which we can distribute to everybody, which we can read on our own to our heart's content. And such beautiful contributions by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So, seeking his blessings to see if we can speak something from Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita written by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Gives us some kind of understanding of how he feels when he is writing Chaitanya Charitamrita. We can repeat this one. So, Chaitanya Charitraye Amritera Sindhu, Chaitanya Charitraye Amritera Sindhu, Jagadanande Bhashai Jara Eka Bindu. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are an ocean of nectar. Even a drop of this ocean can inundate the whole world with transcendental bliss. So, 9 volumes, so many pastimes, so many verses. If you're overwhelmed thinking that, oh, how will I read, how will I understand, this can be an encouraging verse. Just one drop is enough for us to get into so deep into this ocean. So we don't have to think of reading everything. We can just think of relishing every verse that we read. So now we can enter into Adi Leela, the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. So some background is that in Navadvip, before Mahaprabhu appeared, there was materialism was so popular at that time. Nobody was interested in spirituality, and people were doing things for either getting material benefits, more comforts, and it is also mentioned that people were spending so much money in performing weddings also. Anybody heard recently? I heard recently that there was a huge wedding going on somewhere in India. Millions and millions of dollars are being spent. So it was also happening at that time, Navadvip. Though it was a high seat of learning, Navadvip, but people were so engrossed in materialism, they did not focus so much on spirituality. But there was a small group of devotees who were missing the spirituality, so they all used to gather at Advaita Acharya's house. And Advaita Acharya, the storehouse of spiritual bliss, he used to conduct home programs like we do here, and the devotees used to come, congregate, read about Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then Advaita Acharya, he was actually feeling so much for the fallen conditioned souls of that age. And then he said that, I will make sure, I will bring Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu to this place, because I want the whole world again to start becoming more and more spiritual. So he said, then because of his prayer, he said, Yahara tulasi jale, jahara hunkare, Yahara tulasi jale, jahara hunkar, Swagana sahite chaitanyera avatare. He worshipped Krishna with tulsi leaves and water of the Ganges and called him in a loud voice. Thus, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on earth accompanied by his personal servants. So because of the plea of Advaita Acharya, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this world. So when the devotees got together in Advaita Acharya's house, they actually did 3 things. What did they do? Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Koro Krishna Siksha, right? So Bolo Krishna means they chanted the holy names, they discussed the pastimes of Krishna. Bhajo Krishna, they worship Krishna. Advaita Acharya is worshipping Shaligram Shila. And follow the instructions of Krishna and teach it to others. These were the 3 things that they did. And Srila Prabhupada said that if we perform these 3 businesses in ISKCON, that is, you chant the holy names, and then you actually worship Krishna, and then you teach this Hare Krishna Mahamantra to others, and through books, if you do this, then he said that this Krishna consciousness movement will have no impediments. It's not about big temples, it's not about big buildings, it's not about how much plates of prasadam. Yes, of course, all those are important. But these 3 basic principles, if you do, then Krishna, nobody can check Krishna consciousness movement. So such a nice principle for us to meditate upon, because all the books that we are distributing, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, is teaching these 3 basic principles to everybody, to chant, to read, as well as to teach others. So there is a nice song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which is Nadia Godrume Nichananda Mahajan, which talks about this principle where on the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda goes through the towns and villages and he teaches this message to everybody. Prabhu, can we project Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan. And today's Sunday feast class is also in collaboration with these youth who are going to sing and perform because youth are our next generation who's going to take over Krishna consciousness movement. So they are also participating in giving the classes by helping bringing out some different bhajans. So we have Priya Kishori, Sadha Vrindavan, Gita Priya. They're all going to participate by contributing in making this more musical. So we can read while they're setting up, we can read the translation of Nadia Godrume, Nityananda Mahajan. Okay. While that is being set up, anybody has any reflections or questions so that we make the best use of the time? Okay, Dhira Prashanta Prabhu, we can pass the mic. Wait, we can get the mic.
So, a lot of people on the Facebook who were watching that marriage felt they were invited to the marriage. So yeah.
Nice. Ready? Okay. We can read the translations of... In the land of Nadia, on the island of Godruma, the magnanimous Lord Nityananda has opened up the marketplace of the holy name, meant for the deliverance of all fallen soul. Everybody can read together. O men of faith, by the order of Lord Gauranga, O brothers, I beg these three requests of you. Chant Krishna, worship Krishna, and follow Krishna's instructions. Being careful to remain free of offenses, just take the holy name of Lord Krishna. Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, and Krishna is the treasure of your life. Giving up all improper behavior, carry on your worldly duties only in relation to Krishna. The showing of compassion to all fallen souls by loudly chanting the holy name of Krishna is the essence of all forms of religion.
Hare Krishna. Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan.
Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan.
Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan. Bandiya Chena Mahata Jivera Kara. Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajan. Patiya Chena Mahata Jivera Kara. अपराध शून्य होय लोह कृष्ण नाम अपराध शून्य होय लोह कृष्ण नाम कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण कृष्ण माता कृष्ण पिता कृष्ण धन प्राण नदिया गोद में नित्यानंद महाजन नदिया गोद में नित्यानंद महाजन पातियाचे नाम हत जीवेर करा कृष्णेरा संसार करो छड़िया न छाड़ 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 जीवे गया कृष्ण नाम सर्वधर्म सार वेदोया कृष्ण नाम
Such beautiful Kirtan. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Siksha. So, after the prayers of Advaitacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared finally to answer his prayers, and he appeared in the house of Jagannath Mishra and Saci Devi. Jagannath Mishra was the son of Upendra Mishra, and Saci Devi was the daughter of Nilambar Chakravarti. And we have so many Chakravartis here. They're all descendants from Nilambar Chakravarti, I'm hoping. And Saci Devi had 8 daughters, but she lost all of them. And then she gave birth to a son, who was named as Vishwaroop. And Vishwaroop was very, very spiritual. He always wanted to be in the association of devotees. So he used to go to Advaitacharya's house, always to take their association. And then, after Vishwaroop, then there was a great eclipse that was coming up. And at that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took birth from the womb of Saci Devi. He was there in the womb for a long time, but I think in the interest of time, we can actually skip those sections now. But finally, he was born. I have some pictures. This is the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born, under the neem tree. This is a Yoga Peeth. This was the Yoga Peeth place that Bhaktivinoda Thakur discovered for all of us now. Under this neem tree, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. Because Sachi Mata lost all of her daughters previously, they thought that because Nimai was born under the tree, she survived. So all the ladies gave him the name Nimai because he was born under the neem tree. And Nimai was very, very beautiful when he was born. I mean, and throughout, he was so attractive that anybody who would see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Nimai would be mesmerized completely. And in the beginning days, until Nimai got the instruction from his spiritual master, Srila Ishwara Puri, to preach, he didn't reveal himself to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he was behaving just as a normal child, and he didn't show any of his godhood until that time. So he had a very interesting way to preach to everybody right from his childhood. So whenever he was upset, he used to just cry loudly. And no matter what anybody did, he would not be quiet. The ladies from the neighboring houses would come and try to pacify Nimai, but he wouldn't be pacified. Only when everybody clapped their hands and they chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then that's the only time Nimai was actually very pacified. So indirectly, he started the preaching of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra even before he was officially publishing that the strength of the holy names. He was inducing everybody to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra every opportunity they get. So in the house of Sachi Mata, almost 24 hours, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra was going on, because whenever it was not going on, Nimai would cry, and they all know what to do. They used to just grab their hands and they used to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So in this way, he was actually attracting everybody towards the chanting, and he was actually melting everybody's hearts. He was, as I mentioned, very, very beautiful. And then there were a lot of child-like pastimes that happened when he was very, very young. So and this pastime is mentioned in the Chaitanya Charitamrita in Adilila 14th chapter. So briefly describing it, one day, Nimai was playing outside, and then Jagannath Mishra called Nimai and said, "Go get me my book." Just like an ordinary father would say, "Please bring me my book." And then Nimai ran inside to get the book. And when he ran inside, Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi heard the ankle bell sound. And they were thinking, Nimai doesn't wear ankle bells. Where is this coming from? And they were just thinking. And then when he came back again, when he was running, again the ankle bell sound came. And he was thinking, what is this? This is not our son. He's not wearing ankle bells. Where is it coming? And then Nimai gave the book and he ran away to play. He always used to be so engrossed in playing. He didn't care for anything else. When they went inside, Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, they also saw the footprints footprints in their house, which had all the marks of Lord Krishna's lotus feet. So it had gourd and lotus flower, everything was there. Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi, previously they were Kashyapa and Aditi, who gave birth to Kapila. They were Dharadrona, who got... So in their every lifetime, they were the parents of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they were not ordinary people. And even though sometimes the signs show up that their sons' footprints have the signs of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they do not believe it. Because their affection for their child is so much that they don't even consider their own child to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because even when Krishna was performing these pastimes, and he was killing different demons, and everybody had question, how is Krishna performing all those pastimes? Then they would say, oh, Gargamuni predicted that Krishna will perform these superhuman feats, so we don't have to worry. Because their affection, Vatsalya Ras, was so intense that it overpowered Krishna's godhood or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's godhood. So they just thought this is... Jagannath Mishra thought that, they had a Shaligram Shila that they used to worship. So Jagannath Mishra thought, Krishna personally is staying in our house in the form of Shaligram Shila. So he is moving around in the house. And he told Sachi Devi, go cook some sweet rice. Today we'll celebrate because Krishna in the form of Shaligram Shila is actually moving about in our house. That's why we see all his lotus footprints. So that's how they were affectionate to their son Nimai. And Sachi Devi was just a normal household lady who was performing just household tasks. That's what we think, but she was a great scholar. So one day she gave Chaitanya Mahaprabhu some sweet meats, some rice, some sandesh, any other sweets you can think of? Huh? Gulab jamun, rasgulla, rasmalai, what all, nice sweets and everything. She gave them nicely in a plate to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu went, Nimai. And Nimai went and sat down to eat. And Sachi Mata went to do her household chores. And as soon as Sachi Mata went inside, Nimai hid himself and he started eating dirt. And Sachi Mata noticed that Nimai is eating dirt. She came running and said, what are you doing? I gave you all these sweetmeats, you're eating dirt? And then Nimai got so afraid and says, why are you angry at me, mother? Sweetmeats and rice and everything is made from earth. So if I eat sweetmeats or if I eat dirt, what's the difference? There is no difference between these two. And then Sachi Mata said, how did you come up with this Mayavad philosophy that everything is the same? And then she gave two examples. This is mentioned in the same chapter. It is mentioned in Adila 14th chapter. She said that the grains are transformations of earth. You sow the seed in the earth and the grains come. And when you eat grains, then you become healthy and nourished. But if you eat dirt, what happens? You get sick, and then your body will be sometimes perished also. And the second example that she gave is the water and the water pot. Two simple examples. So if you have to carry water in a pot is made of earth, right? Or is it made of plastic nowadays? But we're talking here about the earthen pots in those days. Pot is made of earth. You transform the earth by putting it in an oven, clay, whatever it is, to make it stronger. You can carry water in the pot and you can transport it and you can use it for cooking for Krishna. But if you pour the same water in the mud, and can you carry, what will happen? All the water is absorbed by the mud. So she said that the transformations of the earth can be used for service, but the raw material as it is cannot be used. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sachi Mata that, Mother, why did you not teach me all this knowledge all these days? You have kept this knowledge from me. And then in that purport, actually, Prabhupada mentions that the similar analogy can also be given for fire in a wood. If you see, the tree comes from the earth, and the trunk of the tree, the wood, can be used, and from the wood comes fire. Fire can be used for heat. Heat in the fire can be used for many things in factories, cooking, etc. But the same raw earth cannot be used for that. So the transformations that are coming out from these can be used for service, but at the same time, raw material as it is cannot be, though the source is the same. So they're simultaneously one, which means because it's a transformation, it is the same as earth, but at the same time, it is different. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to emphasize through this example, achintya bheda bheda tattva, which means simultaneously it is one, but it is different. So Sachi Mata, being such a simple household lady, taught such a high philosophy, which Mayavadis also cannot understand, what's the difference between the raw material and the transformation. So very brilliant Sachi Mata. She wanted her son to have the best of everything. And this 2 tolas of gold, this is a pastime not from Chaitanya Charitamrita, but Chaitanya Bhagavat. But I wanted to mention this pastime because one day we went to His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, and we were very nervous on how will we achieve our goal. We had a huge goal of, I don't know how many, which year was this one. And he mentioned that, don't worry. Lord Chaitanya will provide the 2 tolas of gold. And I was very curious, what is this 2 tolas of gold? And then, so the pastime here goes as, I'm going little as fast forward, it's not chronological what I'm describing. So after the pastime of Sachi Mata, teaching that, a lot of things happen. Chaitanya Nimai's brother, that is Vishwaroop, leaves home to take sannyas, and which is a heart-wrenching thing for both Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra. But Jagannath Mishra could not tolerate this separation from his son, Vishwaroop. So Jagannath Mishra leaves his body at that time. So now Sachi Mata is left alone, taking care of her son, Vishwaroop already left, so Nimai is the only one left at home. So she was taking care of her, taking care of him, providing everything for him. And by this time, Nimai has started showing his scholarly skills, which means that he was such a scholar, he would debate everybody and defeat everybody in logic and grammar. And Navadvip, as I mentioned, was a high seat of learning. Everybody was so intelligent. I don't think anybody now is in comparison with Navadvip standards. I don't know. Maybe Koladvipa Prabhu is. So Nimai was doing all of this, and whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, he needed it immediately. That was his, at that time, that was his pastime. So one day he came to Mother Sachi and he said, Sachi Mata, I want to go to worship Ganga. So give me a garland and give me all the paraphernalia. And Sachi Mata did not have a garland with her. So she said, let me go and get it for you. I'll get it to you in just some time. And then Nimai went into a great fit at that time. He could not wait until Sachi Mata got that garland. So he took a stick and he started beating everything in the house. He destroyed the water pots that are there. He was beating the grains of rice that were put in bags. He beat, so all the grains there was oil. He just beat the oil. So there was rivers of grains, water, there was oil, everything was just flowing from the house. And Sachi Mata used to keep some things on the top, covered in a cloth bag, some things. Nimai actually pulled that down. He beat that one also. Everything in the house was destroyed. He didn't leave anything. And when Nimai was in this state, then Sachi Mata went and hid herself in the courtyard somewhere because she was really afraid what's going to happen next. And once everything else was destroyed, Nimai did not know what to do. So he started hitting the ground. He started hitting the ground and everything. And finally, he was so tired. And Nidra Devi actually came to assist him in his pastime. So in the courtyard, Nimai went and slept. And when Nimai went and slept for some time, then slowly Saci Mata came out of her hiding. She went to Nimai, and then she saw that all his face was covered in dust. So she just cleansed all the dust from his face, and she cleaned up everything for him. And she went and got the garland that she was supposed to get, right? She went and got the garland. And then after some time, Nimai got up. He woke up. And Saci Mata didn't say anything. She didn't say anything. She said, Nimai, you wanted to have a garland to worship Ganga? Here's your garland. Take your garland, and then you can go worship your Ganga Mata. And Nimai went. And then after that, he came back home. And Saci Mata didn't say anything. She was just trying to see what she can cook with no ingredients at all at home. And after some time, when Nimai was pacified, then Saci Mata slowly asked Nimai, Nimai, this is your house. All these ingredients are yours. And by destroying all these ingredients, what do you think we will be doing what we will do for our survival now that everything is gone? Where do you think everything will come? And then, Nimai was embarrassed a little bit. And then he said to Saci Mata, don't worry, mother. Supreme Personality of Godhead will provide everything. You don't worry. He said that, and he just left. And after some time, he came back home. He brought 2 tolas of gold. And then Saci Mata was surprised, Where did he get this 2 tolas of gold? And then he said, you can take this, you can exchange this, and get whatever ingredients you need to get to perform the worship or to cook whatever you need to do. And then Saci Mata thought, is Nimai stealing this from somebody? So she went and she showed the shopkeepers, 2 or 3 shopkeepers, to say, hey, is this really yours? And my son is getting from somebody. She was not sure because she never understood she never wanted to believe that Krishna, he's Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And one more thing, Saci Mata was never angry at Nimai that he destroyed all those things. How many mothers actually do that? I wouldn't. But she had so much of patience that she didn't even consider that, he's destroying so much. She got angry. She was just so engrossed in taking care of her son, and she went and actually pacified also. That was her greatness, Even though he was angry, upset, or anything, she wouldn't actually have a tinge of anger towards her son. So that's the story of the 2 tolas of gold. Maybe we can pray that Mahaprabhu always provide these 2 tolas of gold in other forms for us to also continue distributing more and more of his literature, because this is our only dependence. We have no other dependence here. And before we go to this, the last one is before we go to that one, let's do some, because Mahaprabhu, when he used to cry, he used to ask us to clap and chant. So maybe we can do one clapping and one chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and then we can do this last pastime. We can do Hare Krishna tune. Yeah. So if possible, clap, and while the Kirtan is happening, and then we can chant.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. While they're getting set up, we can... Ready?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
moving to the next section of Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Mahaprabhu took sannyas a lot of things happen in between, but just going fast forward a little bit, that Nimai got married to Lakshmi Priya first, and then to Vishnu Priya, Devi Dasi. And then he decided to take sannyas because a lot of people were not taking him seriously. So he thought if he takes sannyas, at least because of the dress of sannyasi, people will bow down to him. So when he decided to take sannyas, it was a very, very difficult thing. One, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had such beautiful hair. His hair, exquisitely beautiful, long, curly locks of hair. And when as part of sannyas ceremony, you have to shave your head. The barber who was shaving the head was crying tears and tears and tears because he could not do that. And a lot of devotees of Nimai used to have pastime where they would oil his hair. They would do all kinds of massage and everything. But now, when the hair is gone, nobody was able to even think of how it would be to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without hair. But nonetheless, Mahaprabhu decided, and then he took sannyas. And after taking sannyas, his name was Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He wanted to go to Vrindavan right away, as soon as he took sannyas. So Nityananda Prabhu had another plan. He did not want Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go to Vrindavan. So he already informed all of his associates that I will bring Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Shantipur. You go and tell Advaita Acharya to bring some fresh set of clothes. He already had everything planned out. And then he sent someone to bring Saci Mata from Navadvip to Shantipur. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Nityananda, which is the way to Vrindavan? And then Nityananda pointed out to Ganga and said, this is Yamuna. This is Yamuna, and you're almost in Vrindavan. Then Mahaprabhu, being in ecstasy, he jumped into Ganga and he bathed. And when he came out of Ganga, I'm just going very fast because time. And when he came out of the Ganga, he saw Advaita Acharya in a boat, nicely rowing, with fresh set of dry clothes. And then Mahaprabhu asked, Advaita, how come you are here? Are you also in Vrindavan? And then Advaita Acharya said, well, you are in Shantipur. Then he realized that Nityananda Prabhu tricked him. But then Advaita Acharya said, actually Nityananda Prabhu is not wrong, because one side of this side of Ganga is actually Yamuna, and this side, western side, eastern side, one of the sides is Yamuna. So there is no, this is the same as Yamuna also. And then realizing that he tricked, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taken by Advaita Acharya to his home. And Mahaprabhu did not eat for so many days. He was hungry. So there was an elaborate arrangement of prasadam for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by Advaita Acharya. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami must be an expert cook. The reason why is the way he described the preparations that were made, like all rice cakes, sweets made with dahi. There is preparation with nimba fruits, which is fresh leaves of lemon tree or neem tree, something like that. Some condiments, everything is described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. So if somebody wants to open up a restaurant, there are recipes already available in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can follow them. I'm sure they will be good because Mahaprabhu tasted them. So anyway, so very elaborate description of prasadam was written there. And Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu both take prasadam at Advaita Acharya's house. And after taking prasadam, then Advaita Acharya in the evening would start the Kirtan at home. And they all used to chant and dance very nicely. And after that, this is the time when Saci Mata comes to meet Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For this section, I want us to do a little exercise. Maybe we can all close our eyes And let's drink. Remember the first verse we said it says drinking by oral reception. Let's drink the nectar of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. I want to read directly from Chaitanya Charitamrita so you get a taste. This is a very emotional section, I feel, Sachi Mata meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because this is probably the last time she's going to see Mahaprabhu in person, because after this, Mahaprabhu will leave to Jagannath Puri. So, if we can project from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 3rd chapter, verse number 140. Okay, the exercise that I was saying, we can all close our eyes. Let's pretend or let's meditate that we are going to Shantipur. Shantipur, let's catch a bus first. In a bus, reach the place where is the beginning or the entrance of Advaita Acharya's house. This entrance of Advaita Acharya's house is lined up with mango groves, lots and lots of mango trees. Now, you got down the bus, you started doing the Hare Krishna Kirtan, and you're walking in the shade of these mango groves. You're slowly, slowly making your way to Advaita Acharya's house. And in this place, now Sachi Mata arrives, and this is the first time she's seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after he takes sannyas. So we can put only translations, Prabhu. It is chapter 3, Madhya Leela, verse number 140. Don't break your meditation. Forget all your other things that you have to take care, going to your office tomorrow. Yes. We can only do translations. We'll read all the verses. Okay. So, Mother Sachi arrives at Advaita Acharya's house, and this is what happens. As soon as Mother Sachi appeared on the scene, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell before her like a stick. Mother Sachi began to cry, taking the Lord on her lap. Upon seeing each other, they both became overwhelmed. Seeing the Lord's head without hair, Mother Sachi became greatly agitated. Out of love, she began to caress the body of the Lord. Sometimes she kissed his face and tried to observe him carefully. But because her eyes were filled with tears, she could not see. Understanding that Lord Chaitanya had accepted the renounced order of life, Sachi Mata, crying, said to the Lord, "My darling Nimai, do not be cruel like Vishwarup, your elder brother." Mother Sachi continued, "After accepting the renounced order, Vishwarup never again gave me audience. If you are like him, that will certainly be the death of me." The Lord replied, "My dear mother, please hear. This body belongs to you. I do not possess anything. The body was raised by you, and it comes from you. I cannot repay this debt even in millions of births. Knowingly or unknowingly have accepted this renounced order, still I shall never be indifferent to you. My dear mother, wherever you ask me to stay, I shall stay, and whatever you order, I shall execute." Saying this, the Lord offered obeisances to his mother again and again, and Mother Sachi, being pleased, took him again and again on her lap. Then Advaita Acharya took Mother Sachi within the house. the Lord was immediately ready to meet all the devotees. The Lord met all the devotees one after the other, and looking at everyone's face individually, he embraced them tightly. Although the devotees were unhappy at not seeing the Lord's hair, they nonetheless derived great happiness from seeing his beauty. Shrivas, Ramai, Vidyanidhi, Gadadhar, Gangadas, Vakreshwar, Murari, Shuklambar, Buddhimanta Khan, Nandana, Sridhar, Vijay, Vasudev, Damodar, Mukunda, Sanjaya, and all others, however many I can mention, indeed all the inhabitants of Navadvip arrived there, and the Lord met them with smiles and glances of mercy. Everyone was chanting the holy names of Hari and dancing. In this way, the domicile of Advaita Acharya was converted into Sri Vaikunthapuri. People came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from various other villages nearby as well as Navadvip. To everyone who came to see the Lord from villages nearby, especially from Navadvip, Advaita Acharya gave residential quarters as well as all kinds of eatables. For many days, indeed, he properly adjusted everything. The supplies of Advaita Acharya were inexhaustible and indestructible. As many goods and commodities as he used, just as many again appeared. From the day Saci Mata arrived at the house of Advaita Acharya, she took charge of the cooking, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dined in the company of all the devotees. Imagine Saci Mata cooking for all the devotees. All the people who came there during the day saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and friendly behavior of Advaita Acharya. At night, they had the opportunity to see the Lord's dancing and hear his chanting. When the Lord performed Kirtan, he manifested all kinds of transcendental symptoms. He appeared stunned and trembling, his hair stood on end and his voice faltered. There were tears and devastation. Frequently, the Lord would tumble to the ground. Seeing this, Mother Saci would cry. Srimati Saci Mata thought that the body of Nimai was being smashed when he fell down so. She cried, "Alas!" and petitioned Lord Vishnu. "My dear Lord, kindly bestow this benediction as a result of whatever service I have rendered unto you from my childhood. Whenever Nimai falls on the surface of the earth, please do not let him feel any pain." When Mother Saci was thus overwhelmed in maternal love for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, she became transformed with happiness, fear and humility, as well as bodily symptoms. Since Advaita Acharya was giving alms and food to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the other devotees headed by Srivas Thakur also desired to give him alms and invite him for lunch. Hearing these proposals made by other devotees of the Lord, Mother Saci said to the devotees, "How many times shall I get the chance to see Nimai again?" Saci Mata submitted, "As far as you all are concerned, you can meet Nimai, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, many times somewhere else. But what is the possibility of my ever meeting him again? I shall have to remain at home. A sannyasi never returns to his home." Mother Saci appealed to all the devotees to give her this charity. As long as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remained at the house of Advaita Acharya, only she would supply him food. Hearing this appeal from Mother Saci, all the devotees offered obeisances and said, "We all agree to whatever Mother Saci desires." Okay, we can all now come out of the meditation and see how much of affection Saci Mata had to her son. She could have demanded, saying that, "This is my son, Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am his mother. I can cook. You all stay here." No. She pleaded them. She pleaded them and said, "Only let me cook and let nobody else cook." And now when Saci Mata was cooking for Mahaprabhu every day like this, Mahaprabhu thought that, he has taken sannyas, and for a sannyasi to remain at home and to accept prasadam cooked by his family, extended relatives and everything, people may not agree to this. So Mahaprabhu expressed it to the devotees, and the devotees went and asked Saci Mata, and Saci Mata gave an advice that why don't you stay in Jagannath Puri? She said, Jagannath Puri are the two rooms of the same house. Navadvip and Jagannath Puri are two rooms of the same house. This way, you're out of the house. At the same time, I will get news from the devotees going in and out of Jagannath Puri. So that's how Mahaprabhu agreed to the proposal of Mother Saci, and he made his residence in Vrindavan. So these are just some of the pastimes of Saci Mata. There are so many, unlimited. What can we understand? But all of them are available in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the things that we just spoke today. So we can read them. The reason I was saying to meditate on them is because Chaitanya Charitamrita, when you read, you can actually envision what is happening, because we can only hear through our ears and we can visualize through our ears. So just by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can get the taste for all the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We can stop here. Any questions, reflections, corrections, please? Okay, Kuladipa Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
I'm so fortunate to be present in the class today from the beginning, because usually I am not here from the beginning of the Sunday class, but today I'm here, so I'm very lucky, I consider myself, because you brought so nectarian pastimes, and it's not only pastimes you're speaking, I feel like you were also relishing it yourself, so that's why it was it induced the listener also the same kind of feeling. So thank you. I just wanted to add one thing, Mataji. The feelings of Saci Mata when she met Lord Chaitanya after sannyas. Shyamananda Pandit actually wrote a very beautiful song. It's a very crying song. When devotees sing this song, it is the mood of Vatsalya Ras, and devotees should cry in the mood of Saci Mata when they sing this song. So the song goes like this. Premero Purnimar Chand, tui fire aay, andhokarer nodi aay, akashe batashe haay kore hahakar, nimay amar fire aay, tui fire aay, ফিরে আয় অন্ধকারের নদী আয়. I think most of the devotees understood, but to clarify what is the meaning. So it is saying that the divine moon of devotional love, or the moon of devotional love, Nimai, please come back, because you left Navadvip. Nodia means the Navadvip as a whole. And he left by keeping the mother's heart empty. Jananira kol shunno koriya hai. Then whole atmosphere is actually crying in his separation. The wind, the earth, the trees. So that kind of appeal, even not only Saci Mata, all the Navadvipasis, when they met Mahaprabhu later also in Kulia, in Aparant Bhanjan Part, they had that kind of mood, like you left us in separation and we came to meet you. But this is a specific song of Vatsalya Ras where the mood is actually expressed. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing such a beautiful song. Wow. You actually made the end so beautiful. Any other questions, comments? Yes, Prabhu. Kautukarna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for mentioning the story of Vatsalya Rasa of Mother Saci Devi. Although they could see the footprints of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but they were saying that it is Shaligram Shila. Shaligram Shila. So there's so much Vatsalya Rasa that they cannot accept. So similarly, we can see many times we have the biggest book distributors of the world. I mean, here in ISV, but sometimes we just take them for granted. So I was just thinking that it is because of us, because we have so much affection for them or something. We might just think them our friends or just another person. For example, Sadhu Sangha, Govind Charan Prabhu is here. So we have so much affection for each other that these all big things we don't see that so much. But that is out of affection. That all those things are overpowered.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing that. Yeah. We have maybe 1 more minute before the Aarti starts. Yes, Prabhu.
I'm sorry for a bit of a random question, but it's been bothering me for a long time. I read in Bhagavad Gita that if you sincerely try to perform your spiritual practice, that you will at least guarantee a human life. But when I was doing Japa Circle the other week, I was chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, and then all of a sudden I said, woof, 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 woof. Like, what? Why would I don't understand.
So sometimes mind can take you in different directions because Arjuna also told Krishna that this chanchalam hi mana Krishna, the mind is so difficult and obstinate to control. Sometimes it goes in many different directions, though we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So a practitioner, what they are supposed to do is, whenever our mind goes somewhere else, then bring it back to Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The mind can say many, many things, but each time your mind says something else, bring it back and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's very difficult because we are conditioned in this material world to think of so many other things. So to continuously chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is actually a great austerity, but you're doing it so nicely. So keep on chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and try to bring your mind back whenever it wanders anywhere else.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Ramananda Saka Prabhu gave something to be announced. He said, today, the next part of the program would be that we will have the Gaurarti, and this Gaurarti will be led by Prajarasa Bhavana Prabhu. Hari Bol. And Narsimha prayers will be led by His Grace Sundarananda Prabhu. Hari Bol. So thank you so much for your kind attention, and we can put the asanas away in those different bins, and we can roll up this rug and we can move on to the Aarti for Shri Radha Madan Mohan, and you can dance here on this floor to your heart's content because His Grace Brajarasa Bhavana Prabhu is going to sing. It's going to be a wonderful kirtan. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Her Grace Malini Mata Ji ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.
Radhe Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaudavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopanath Shamakund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki Jai. वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की गंगा माँ यमुना माए की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की समवेद भक्त वृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to Shishi Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we have a prayer for a couple of devotees before we sing Nrsingadev prayers together. Dear Lord Nrsingadev, please bestow your protection upon Gaurav Paul Prabhu's mother, Vandana Gupta Paul, who departed on Monday. Please, if you so desire, give her shelter at your lotus feet. We also ask for your eternal shelter for Kankan Kumar Maiti, who also passed away recently. On behalf of her family, we seek your protection.
Hare Krishna. Also, we have a Kunja Sevika Mataji, who is in a critical situation, fighting for her better health. So we respect each and every devotee from the core of your heart. Please pray for her to the lotus feet of Lord Nrsimhadev to give her the best health as he desires. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for considering this.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Hiranyakashipu Kanubhena Keshavadeta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare भक्ति विघ्ननाशक श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की श्रील प्रभुपाद की
Hare Krishna. Welcome to ISKCON of Silicon Valley. We thank each and every one of you for coming and spending your Sunday evening with us. We'd like to thank our Grace Malini Mataji for giving such a wonderful class and sweet class on Saci Mata's affection for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We'd like to thank Brajaras Bhavana for leading the Gaur Aarti very, very beautifully. I should say enthusiastically, that's the right word. And we'd like to thank His Grace Sundarananda Prabhu for the Nrsingadev prayers. By a quick show of hands, who is here at ISV for the first time? Welcome. Please raise your hand higher so everybody can see you. Welcome, welcome. Haribol. Anybody here on this side? All right. Well, for our newcomers, we'll chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We'd also like to thank all of those who joined us online. We have several channels like Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, a couple other places from which other devotees watch. And we also thank His Grace Ramanand Sakar Prabhu for leading today's broadcast and allowing that. Haribol. We have one sponsor today for the Sunday feast. Mayank Prabhu and Namita Mataji are sponsoring today's feast on the occasion of their daughter Prisha's birthday. Please come, Hare Krishna. It's very nice to meet you, Prisha. Would you like to say a few words? Do you want to say Hare Krishna?
Hare Krishna.
Well, thank you to you and your parents for sponsoring. What is your favorite thing about ISV, about this community?
The Kirtan.
Today was especially nice. Well, I'll give you a Mangalarti sweet right after this, but thank you so much. Haribol. Do we have the cooks who cooked? In the meantime, after prasadam, we'll need a couple volunteers for cleaning. Are there any devotees who'd like to volunteer? Please raise your hand. No? Don't be shy. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you so much. If there's any more volunteers, myself or Hansapriya would be glad to help you. And speaking of cleaning, we have a special announcement.
Hare Krishna. How many of you came yesterday for the claim? Sorry to put you on the spot here. Well, I just wanted to see. Okay, Vedudhari Prabhu and Ananda, please come forward and share your experience. You hear from them.
Hare Krishna. It was really nice. Yesterday we could see how much we could organize everything in the kitchen. I was especially in the storage area. And I could see that we have tons of groceries and we buy every week still and we just add to it. So it is very nice to see that we have so much so that I could plan for the next Sunday feast, which is my turn. Looking at the grocery there, I could plan what would be my next Sunday feast so that I can use up all that. So it is... it's our duty to organize the temple and clean so that it will be best for us, so that it will be easier for us rather than thinking anything else. So thank you so much, Hansapriya Mataji, for organizing it. And I would say that we should do it quarterly or biannually at least, and everybody should come forward. We had a crunch in the kitchen cleaning because it was a lot. And I hope next time many people would show up. Thank you.
Okay, we had a Brajras Pavan also in the kitchen. So tell us, what did you do? Yes, please. They should know what happens, what goes on behind the scene. What did you do?
Hare Krishna. Well, Giridhari and I both were cleaning the hood of the kitchen, cleaning all the grease off. It was a difficult endeavor, lots of spraying and scrubbing, but it was very fun to do it together. And in the end, we were able to get through it all. And it was very blissful to be just serving and scrubbing.
Isn't that the most ecstatic service, truly?
Yes, 100%.
All right, so we really thank who came over for helping us to Maha Cleanup. Next one will be right after Radhashtami and a mini cleaning before Janmashtami. So we just want you to know what it takes. It takes everyone to come forward and help together. We can make a difference. Okay, Hare Krishna. And another announcement, I don't remember exact date yet, but we wanted to let you know there is an upcoming Bhakti Farm picnic. So we're going to have one bus that's going to be going to the Bhakti Farm, and of course with Vaisheshika Prabhu and Mother Nirakula. So we'll be sending out announcements soon. So if you're interested, you can actually sign up. It's a very, very limited seat. It's one bus. I think most we can have 60 to 80 people, and we have a core congregation of 600 devotees. So it's a competition. 80 people, 60 people, and 600. So you better sign. One other thing I wanted to probably see, we got, as we promised last Sunday, that we will get those dispensers for the mats. You see that? So when we are putting it away, let's put it in the proper place. And if you can also, bring awareness to the kids not to scratch, not to jump in it, because it has the edges to it. So we just wanted to know that please take responsibility if in case if child gets hurt. Also, thank you, Tarang Prabhu, if you are here, for making those wonderful stands for us. Here now for the cooks.
Hare Krishna. Today's cooks are Ujvala Rasa Mataji, Tripti Mataji, Srisha Mataji, Achyuta Chaitanya Prabhu, Rima Mataji, Divya Anand Prabhu, Srimam Prabhu, Anil Prabhu, Shraddha Mataji, Rasa Amrit Sesha Prabhu, Bhajanath Prabhu, Anita Mataji, Vrushank Prabhu, Neha Mataji, Ajay Prabhu, Suksha Mataji, Dira Prashanta Prabhu, Sukshana Mataji, and Shraddha Avanti Mataji. Thank you.
And I think there was one devotee also on the list, Rishabh Prabhu, who also helped with the cooking. Thank you for announcing all those cooks. Now we'll have prasadam being served. Right before that, we again take this opportunity to sincerely request all the devotees to pray for Kunja Sevika Mataji's health. She's in the hospital right now, and she would be very pleased, and she would love if all of you could pray for her safety. So thank you for considering that request. And prasadam will be served in 2 lanes outside, one on the left, one on the right, the left being the custom lane, the right being, the right being the custom lane, and the left being pre-made, so the left line usually goes faster. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hare Krishna, and we look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Sharira vidyaja jodendriya taheka jive phele vishaya sagare tarmate jivayati lobhomoy sudurmati ताके जेता काटी अरे कृष्ण बड़ दयामय करि धारे जीवा जाय स्वप्न साधना दिलोबा Please come take prasadam.